We're now going to get started with 1-minute opening statements in a randomly generated order. Leslie Herod, you'll go first.
Thank you. Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. It doesn't matter who you love, your income, your race, your age, your national origin. We all belong in this city. Denver is better because of our differences. That's who I am. That's what I've fought for. I was raised by a single mom in the armed forces, and when things got tough, 2 other people stepped in to help raise me. A law enforcement officer and a woman who was a boss in her own right. These are my parents. This is my family. It sounds complicated, but really it's not. Just like some of the issues facing us today. I know that together we can tackle some of Denver's toughest issues. Denver is family. We all are family. And though we have our differences, we come together in tough times. But for far too long, the city has been run by special interests that don't put people first. As your next mayor, I will put people over politics and deliver real results for this city. I'm Leslie Herod, and together we can change Denver for the better.
Thank you.
Aurelio Martinez.
Hola, yo me llamo Aurelio Martinez. Hello, everyone. I'm Aurelio Martinez. And I'm telling you, I want to explain to everyone why I'm running for Denver. The main reason I'm running for Denver is everyone out there knows Denver is broken. Denver is broken and needs a mayor that's going to be able to go into office and correct a lot of insufficiencies, correct the administration, correct everything so that Denver could become a town that it used to be. Beautiful, beautiful town. I just want everyone to know that we need to, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. we need to go ahead and put this city back on track. We need to tackle issues like homelessness. We need to tackle issues like housing and how we're going to keep people in Denver from leaving and bring people back into Denver. These are issues that we will take care of. And me as mayor, I'm not part of the status quo, and we can make change.
Thank you.
Our third opening statement is Thomas Wolf.
Thank you, Metro State, for hosting us tonight. Go Roadrunners. Thankfully, I apologize, but thankfully for me, 60 seconds kind of conforms to bullet points. So I would start off with, as your next mayor, I will end encampments. We need to understand that encampments are destroying our commercial property values, kind of just right over here in our central business district. They fund the property taxes from that fund 50% of DPS's budget, as well as a little bit over 10% of my city budget. Encampments are illegal. Encampments make our city unsafe and filthy, and that has to change. That's the business side of it. The human side is we have to acknowledge that this is a full-blown humanitarian crisis. These are Denver's neediest. The answer is to get them sheltered. I came over here tonight and passed Meow Wolf. That has been the current response. That's an odd name, but that's been the response from our administration to this crisis. Meow. If you want an authentic wolf to confront this, that's me.
Thank you.
We now go to Kelly Bruff.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Kelly Bruff, and I'm running to be the next mayor of Denver. And like so many families in Denver, mine has struggled too. I lost my father to violent crime. My family received government assistance when I was a kid to put food on our table and keep a roof over our heads. And my husband struggled with addiction our entire life together, and my girls and I lost him to suicide. These are the issues the next mayor of Denver must be prepared to address. But today's Denver also requires a mayor who has executive and relevant experience to run the city, and I do. I've been the CEO of the Denver Metro Chamber of Commerce with over 3,000 members. I was John Hickenlooper's chief of staff when he was mayor of Denver. I've run the HR department for the city. I know the city team and I love them. I've even served as a legislative analyst for all 13 members of the Denver City Council. I know this city inside and out, and I understand the issues, and I know on day one, I can hit the ground running. I'd love to have your support.
Thank you. Terrence Roberts.
My name is Terrence Roberts. I'm 46 years old. I am running to be the 46th mayor of Denver. I also agree that housing should be declared a crisis in this city. What I don't agree with is just destroying encampments without having somewhere for people to go, because where are they going to go? I am the only candidate that is saying we do need to shift our conversation from just affordable housing to more public social housing. Poverty is the precursor for our second biggest issue in this city, which is youth and gang violence. We just had a youth shot in his head at East High School. We had another shooting at Emily Griffith right before that. The biggest precursor to the gang violence is domestic violence. The biggest precursor to domestic violence is poverty. We need a mayor who is going to present a proper budget to city council every year that includes ending the cycle of poverty in our city with our public safety portion. We need a housing budget more than 2% of our public safety, which is what we've been getting for the last decade. Vote for Terrence Roberts for Denver mayor to see tangible change.
Thank you.
Kwame Spearman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kwame Spearman. I'm the CEO and co-owner of Tattered Cover, Denver's neighborhood bookstore. And I'm so excited to be here tonight to talk about my vision and how I can become your neighborhood mayor. But before I get started, I want you to take a few seconds and just think about 2 or 3 things that you love about your neighborhood. For my parents who live in Montclair, I think my dad would say that it was the ability to buy a home in Montclair after he left the segregated South. I think my mom would say it was our neighborhood's affordability that allowed us to live there for the 37 years that she worked for Denver Public Schools. But I also want you to think about your neighborhood. Is it headed in the right direction or the wrong direction? Quite frankly, I'm in this race right now because I'm not convinced that our neighborhoods are living up to their full potential. And as your neighborhood mayor, I plan to make the tough choices on the issues that are affecting our neighborhoods the most: homelessness, safety, and affordability. Because I fundamentally believe that your neighborhood makes our city.
Thank you. Mike Johnston.
Thank you. How many of us have had that experience when you're walking through downtown Denver and you're holding your kid's hand and you round the corner and suddenly you happen upon a group of 3 or 4 people who are huddled around an encampment trying to keep themselves warm, and you feel your kid hold your hand a little tighter and look up to you with that combination of fear and heartbreak, right? As if to say to you, like, Dad, why are you letting this happen? We don't have to let this happen. Right? No one should be homeless in Denver. We have a moral obligation to make sure we can get people off the streets and into housing. And we know that we can end the practice of people having to sleep in public places, in yards, in parks, and on your front doorsteps. And when we do that, when we put people into housing, you get back a city where your kids can walk around with joy again and hold your hand, and you can be proud of the city they built, and most of all, you know that they'll be proud of the city we built. We can do that as the city, and that's why I'm running to be the next mayor.
Thank you.
Chris Hansen.
Good evening. I'm State Senator Chris Hansen, and I'm running to be Denver's next mayor because I believe we need to build a city that works. And right now, I'm feeling frustrated. Like many of you at home, I'm frustrated because it doesn't feel like Denver's living up to its full potential. We need to build a safer, more affordable, and greener Denver, and we're just not getting the job done. As an engineer, as a private sector, as a public sector leader, I have delivered for Denver time and time again, and that's exactly what I want to do as your next mayor. In fact, in this last state budget, as a leader on the Joint Budget Committee at the Capitol, I brought billions of dollars to the aid that Denver needs to succeed. And now we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, along with federal dollars from recent federal legislation, to make generational change in Denver. But the city has to do its part if this city is going to work. We can't waste this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to address housing, to address transit, to address the homelessness crisis. This is our moment to succeed. This is the moment we invest in our kids and our future. That's why I'm running to be Denver's next mayor.
Thank you. Ian Tafoya.
Hi, my name is Ian Thomas Tafoya, and I'm excited to be here at Metro State. I'm a graduate from Metro State. Shout out to the political science students who put this on today. I was once a political science student here at Metro State. You could run for mayor one day. It's definitely available to everybody from this Hispanic-serving institution. I'm grateful for CLLARO, who has been a great partner of mine. I am the Colorado State Director for Green Latinos, an environmental justice organization that has taken on the biggest polluters and worked to lower your bills at home while cleaning up the air. My background, I started here on campus, organizing for composting. And this year, we passed a law that will impact 31 million people by bringing recycling and composting to everyone. I'm the kind of candidate who sees a problem and immediately starts to take action. But we don't do it alone. I also studied Native American studies here, And as a Native American, I believe in calling in all four directions: white, black, yellow, red, elders, youth. Together, we come to the solutions. And I also have the experience in working in 3 branches of local government and every level of government. I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Trinidad Rodriguez.
I'm Trinidad Rodriguez. I was born and raised in West Denver by a hardworking single mom. We hit speed bumps along the way. But like many Denverites, the city helped us through the tough times. And I wanted to pay it forward. So when I started my career and working in finance 25 years ago, I volunteered the entire time for all of those 25 years, serving the city's most efficient and important civic and nonprofit organizations. The funding and financing I helped secure built affordable housing communities and schools, clinics, and hospitals that went on to serve tens of thousands of Denverites. And that really sets me apart from the rest of the candidates here. Denver is in tough times, and I'm ready to keep fighting, just like I've been fighting for the last 25 years, to build my vision, which is a city where every Denverite, regardless of the neighborhood they're in, whether it's a single West Side like me or a place with more advantage, to achieve their version of success.
Thank you.
Jim Walsh.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jim Walsh. I'm so happy to be here, very excited to be here. I want to welcome all of my colleagues to my campus. I've been a part of this campus since 1993 when I was a graduate student, and I've taught here at CU Denver for 25 years. I'm in the political science department. A little bit about myself. I'm from Western Pennsylvania. I'm from a very large Irish Catholic family of 9, a steel town, blue-collar family. Made my way to Duke University on a wrestling scholarship and landed in a place of great wealth and privilege, and that sort of gave me a class consciousness that has never left me. I moved to Boulder in 1990 to study poetry at Naropa. So I became the world's first wrestler poet. And some of my students are here tonight. I'm so excited to see them here. This campaign is truly grassroots, all student-led, student-driven, student-built. If you're interested in that, look at my webpage.
Thank you.
Debbie Ortega.
Good evening, Denver. I'm here to ask for your support. I have worked in this city for many years. I ended up here in Denver, Colorado when I was 13 years old after my dad was killed in a mine cave-in and my mom remarried and we moved to Denver. And the commitment that I saw that my dad did in giving service back to other coal miners when they were injured, and my mother who worked in a food bank, that oftentimes that food ended up on our table. That commitment to service is what I've given to this city, and I've worked on large and small projects from housing affordability to addressing the needs of our unhoused population as the executive director of our homeless commission, and I'm committed to addressing these issues. I have the experience in having served this city for many years. I am ready to hit the ground running because I know how our city works, and I'm prepared to step in and work with our business community, our residential neighbors, and city council to get this work done.
Thank you. Final opening statement, Lisa Calderon.
Good evening. I'm Lisa Calderon, and I would like to thank the organizers and also the people of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute tribes whose stolen land we reside on. My daughter, Savannah, who's a member of the Navajo Nation. It's good to be home. This is where I started my career and my activism as a single parent, Black Student Alliance president who organized with UMAS and MECHA. You know, even back in the day, I was able to afford a 2-bedroom apartment on a food stamps and public support. I would like students today, educators, and our critical workers to have that same opportunity. I am running because I have been a nonprofit executive for 20 years, including running the city's reentry program, running domestic violence programs, and running Emerge Colorado for Democratic women to run for office. I am running for a new Denver, not the same power holders, not the same false choices. Vote for me, Lisa Calderon.
Thank you so much. All right, that's all the time we have tonight.